Okay, we were going to start project 1, but 3, but we won't. Just a couple more questions that we've got to clear up. How do you put in a ceiling level in here and maybe a second story? Okay, well basically what I would do, before we do that, let me just show you in 3D perhaps. Oh, no, not in 3D, let's try it on south elevation. Yeah. Down here we've got this thing here, that's a 4000. Perhaps it's getting a little bit too tall. What we should do is click on the number 4 here, on the level 1, and click it one more time, and change that to 2700 for example. There you go. So that's 2700. That's going to be our ceiling level. So you could actually rename it so you know it's called ceiling. So you can just click on the level 1 and call it ceiling. If this is in preparation, and say yes, you want to basically rename that word there, level 1, to be also called ceiling. Alright, so that's what it says. Would you like to if I type there ceiling, it says do you want to call that ceiling as well? We have a choice. I say yes this time. Yeah, so that's my ceiling level. Because if the question was how do we put in a second story? So what I would do is actually add another level here for the floor of the next story. So that would be say 300 above the 2700. So because I changed this number here to 2700 instead of 4000, it's brought everything down. So what I would do now is add another level. To do that, you can go to View tab, whatever that View tab is. So it's not under View tab. It's under Architecture. Put a level here. That's not the level that you surveyors are used to. It's just a floor level thing. So click that. Now what you do is hang around here, say, and just move this up. I'm going to only move it about 300. It doesn't matter what number, you can change it after. So just start somewhere about that much. If you move over here, it will line it up with that side. So click there. And then while we're here, we'll put another one for the other one. So that will be, one will be about, well, just put it, it doesn't matter, just put it anywhere, say about that much, and line it up. Just like the walls we changed beforehand, we can change this as well. So just escape. So this is going to be becoming a new roof. Alright, so I'm going to call this one roof already. Roof. Yes, rename that roof. And this one here will become, well that is level 2 really. Well no, it's level 1 actually. So that'll be level 1. Just call that level 1. If you've named the other one ceiling, you should be able to call this one level 1. Now that should be at 3000. So, and then this one here will got another 2700 on that, so we'll make it 5.4, so that'll be the ceiling or the roof level. It doesn't matter, 5.4. Is that right? 5.7, sorry, 5.7. Alright, 5.700. Alright, so now basically I can just pick up my roof from here and change it from the ceiling level on the properties to roof and apply. That moves it up there. Because that wall was attached to it, you can see it's taken that wall up as well, which is fine if that's the footprint you want to continue to have. Anyway, we won't worry about that. We can detach it. We can easily click on the wall and detach it if we want. Yeah, that's fine, but I'll leave it there. Let's go to 3D. So that's all we've got so far. So if I go to the ceiling level, I don't have to, but I can put in a ceiling in here if I want. It's just as simple as going here. Now here it says the ceiling level. Okay, so the just make this bigger so you can see height offset from level ceiling. So you can attach it, for example, you can put your ceiling, for example, at ground and have an offset of 2700, or you could just put it straight on ceiling and don't have it offset at all. I reckon that's probably a better way of doing it. And apply. So basically I'll ceiling, yeah. Hang on, clicking here. Automatic. I can sketch it, and I can go walls, and just I'll click on this site here. Just tab it for a minute. There you go. It just picks up the inside automatically. It just puts a generic ceiling over the top of the whole thing, just for our purposes now. And just do that. You don't have to have that in there to get a second story. But if I go to 3D, there's my ceiling in there. Alright. And now how are we going to do the next bit? Alright, so first of all we want to go to level 1 and we want to sketch. See, on level 1 we seem to be able to see the ceiling underneath, which is not really good enough. We want to see where the actual walls are, so we can actually trace off of that and maybe do maybe something different as well. So what you want to do is go to, just make this a bit smaller, there's a thing called underlay here. Alright, let's go do the underlay. So if I don't have anything highlighted, escape, there's a thing called underlay, which is here, that one there. Change that so it's looking at the ground floor rather than the ceiling. And now I can see the floor plan. I can then do a new floor plan over the top of that if I want. Now if I want exactly the same thing, just moved up, it's just a matter of picking those walls and say go to level whatever it is, roof level, rather than where it's going now to level, used to go to level 1 or ceiling. So it's just a matter of picking these. I mean, some of them you might want to do that. So control key. So you might want to do those, and those. But this end you might want to do something different, and say, okay, well we'll go to up to roof. All right. So this is what I've got so far. All right. But over here we've left it open for some reason. Might want to do something different. All right. So if you go to level 1, over here you might say, well, okay, well that's fine there. You might want to just leave a bit of an outdoor area or something, or might extend your outdoor area up to there or something. But you can do different things. So for example, I might put a wall here now. It's drawing on level 1, which is good, and it's going to go up to, we're starting on, are we on level, on level 1, and it's connected to roof. Alright, it's going to be a 250. Where's my wall? 250 timber. Alright, so I can just put that in here, for example, and do that something different up there. Alright, so if I have a look at the 3D, that's what I've done. There's no, see that? It's a different texture. Okay, let's have a look. Why is it different? Alright, because if I change this to be fine, what I've done is I've actually drawn my bricks inside. So I couldn't see from that. So if I click on here, I can swap it around. So it always pays to look around. Now it's okay. It might not be brick anyway, it might be something else. Is that floating? It is, isn't it? Yes, it has to be floating because I said level 1 is 300 difference. You can put a floor in between. Yeah, you just sketch another floor like we did before, concrete or timber or whatever, and that's basically how to be a step down to a balcony or whatever. Anyway, we won't. But basically that's, and then you put stairs and goes on and on. But this wall here, for example, if I click on this wall, something sexy I haven't shown you how to do is you can edit the wall, and you can, by clicking that there, and you can just, for example, put in a round little window there if you want. Or you can, on the other side, for example, you can click on the wall and you go edit profile, and you might want to do something else here. You might want to draw a line that goes from here to there, to wherever, say there. And you might want to fillet that from there to there. Again, has to be a closed shape. Maybe tick, escape, and you get that. So you can actually sculpture it how you want to. Alright, so that's another exciting little thing about BIM. Alright, so we'll just save that. Any questions on that? No?